Team Working here, another deck profile, Tony with Dark World.
Alright, this is the Dark World that I just played yesterday at a regional in New York at King's Games. I got 26th place. Probably would have been better if my last two opponents didn't drop because of their records. I started off really bad. I lost rounds 1 and 3, so I was 1 and 2. I was pretty pissed off. I was drawing horrible game 3s. But after that, I just started winning out, and it was just decks that are running perfectly. But I'm just gonna go straight to the deck now. 3 Grapha, obvious choice. You have to run 3 Grapha. It's one of the best cards in the deck. I won't really call them the best because I think that this card, Snow, is probably the best. The fact that it searches anything in the deck is just too good. And it's a decent beater. Runs over Thunder King with the field spell, so that Snow afterwards you can bounce back for Grapha and then discard it after, and you'll get the search. 3 Brow, again staple to run 3 in Dark World. 3 Trans Archfiend. This card is absolutely amazing. Opening up with this and Snow is so good. Just go and any other Dark World or something, just because you go summon Trans Archfiend, pitch the Snow, get the field spell, remove the Snow, discard your Dark World, get its effect, draw. Then once he dies, you get Snow back and get to reuse him. I think that's really good. 2 gold. The deck list that we had posted before was my teammate John's, and he runs similar to this, but he also ran 2 Silvers and stuff, which I don't know. I didn't really like. It was based off of the deck that topped at Atlanta. They ran 3 gold, 3 silver, but it was too much, so we had to cut it down to 2 golds, and then we ran 2 beige. Just because it's an automatic normal summon, it's a special summon. I just think beige is really good, and it also can make easier Utopias or something. Which is Utopia is the only monster I use out of my extra deck, other than Stardust. 1 Silva, just because level 5 beaters are good. Because originally I just ran 2 gold, and I put the silver back in because being able to run over Dolka and Legia easily is really useful. 1 Morphing Jar. Nobody saw it coming, and it won me so many games. I remember I think it was round 8. Yeah, game 1 of round 8. My opponent had a Legia out. He thought that was going to help him, but then he ran into a Morphing Jar, and I just picked apart everything he had at that point once I drew 5. And I always sided out games 2 and 3. I would not play the Morphing Jar, and that way it wouldn't get in the way of any drag downs or anything afterwards. But yeah, so that's the monsters. 18 monsters. Spells, I play 3 Gates, staple, with 3 Dark World dealings. I knew there was going to be a lot of Dark World. I knew I was probably going to face Mirror Match, and because of that, that's why I really like the Trans Archfiends and stuff. And I figured I was just going to be conservative with the dealings and turn 1 and stuff. But I didn't play against the Mirror Match. I played against, I was able to keep him in. I figured I was going to have to side him out game 2 against other Dark World decks and stuff, but instead I was able to keep him in the whole tournament, which was really good. 3 drag downs, good for a mirror match because you don't have to hit their Dark Worlds and blah blah blah. It gives you all the information for their hands so you can make better plays, and such a good card. 2 MSTs. I was thinking about 3, but I decided to cut it down to 2 just because Grapha pops off so much stuff, so I was able to keep it at 2 inside the 3rd one for when I need it. Reborn. Originally I took John's deck, and he didn't play Reborn, and I thought that was I couldn't believe it. I think Reborn is so good. To be able to Reborn a Snow and bounce that Snow for Grapha, that's just too good of a play to pass up. Heavy, another thing that John didn't play that I felt was extremely necessary. I just don't want to just blow up everything. Sometimes you don't need the field spell, so you can use it, heavy, and then go for game. An obvious one, Card Destruction. My game 2 of round 8, I opened up. He went first. He goes Summon Sabersaurus, set 2. I draw. I have 5 Dark Worlds. Thinking only thing I need is Card Destruction. I draw Card Destruction. I thought it was amazing. I activated it. He flipped Macrocosmos. We went to game 3 and I won, so it didn't matter. But still, that was awful. Book of Moon, another change that I made last second. I think Book of Moon is one of the best spells in the game right now, universally. And it actually saved my ass one time when I flipped my Morphing. The one time of the day that I flipped my Morphing Jar manually, my opponent tried to effect failure, and I chained Book of Moon, put it back down, drew 5, and I got all my Dark World effects. But it just stops exceeds monsters, saves you from something like Dolker coming out and kills off one of the dinosaurs, and it's really good. Traps, I play 2 Dark Smog. Amazing mirror match card, but again, no mirror match of the day. Just because free discards. If you discard a snow, you can search another snow and just keep cycling through them. That's about it for Dark Smog. Yeah, it's got a bunch of good decks that it hits, like Insectors, Dark World Windup, everything. 2 Solemn Warning, self-explanatory, just control the field a little. Torrentials, self-explanatory. Starlight, felt like playing Starlight just because I play a lot of back rows, a lot of spells that I want to keep on the field that I'll set from Morphing Jar and everything. So I just, it was a good call, and it saved my ass through the day. Last one Mind Crush. Just because of the, some decks are pretty predictable, and because of the drag downs and stuff, it became a really, really good card throughout the day that I typically ended up siding out though. But, extra deck, I went with 1 Andreas, 1 Tyrus, 1 Zenmile for my rank 5s. They were good and all, but like in play testing I would summon a lot. By the time the tournament shows up, didn't summon any of them. Rank 4s, Utopia Ray and Utopia. Again, only summoned Utopia, but still, like, the option of having Utopia Ray is still really good. Just when he runs out of materials, just drop Utopia Ray. Rank 3s, I run Acid Golem just for things that Leviathan won't get over, and obviously Leviathan. Leviair and Giga Brilliant. Didn't summon any of these. I obviously had the option with McBrowse and stuff, Monster Born, but none of them were ever needed. Synchros, I run 3 level 8s. I run Scrap Dragon. I mean, just because I side like 1 tuner, but Scrap Dragon, Colossal, and Stardust. Obviously, Stardust was the only one I ended up using. Then I run 2 level 6s, Gaia Knight, Reenact, and then Cataster for level 5s. Didn't summon any of those. Stardust was only coming out of came off of Starlight Road, and Utopia was used 1 game against Gladiators. Side deck, 2 DD Crow. Just, I don't have max Cs, so I needed these for windups, and they ended up, I sided them in against Heroes one time, and then I sided them out immediately. It was the one of the 2 nights that I lost that day. They clogged my hand because I drew them both with drag down. They were terrible, but still the option of them was decent. 1 Trap Eater. He was a last minute decision. Yeah, Lewis, that's how you hold the camera. But the Trap Eater, just because Shadow Imprisoned Mirror is a real bitch. So is Royal Decree. So is Venus Chain. So I figured I'll give Trap Eater a chance. And he had a lot of good opportunities where he could have come up, but I didn't draw him. So, and I didn't want to play more than 1 because I don't want him to clog my hand. And he also, you can discard him for the field spell, you can banish him for the field spell, so he's not bad, he's a pretty decent card. I side decked Dark Hole. I didn't feel like it was necessary to main it because of Grapha. And I sided in a lot, but not always. I think it's a great card, but I don't think it's mandatory to have it in the main deck. 1 MST in the side, which I sided in almost every game because it's just so much that you want to hit right now. So little back rows that like don't really affect you. Like back rows are really, really annoying to a deck like this where you want to get everything off smoothly. You want to hit their MST so that they can't use your field spell and things like that. 2 Skill Drain, just for annoying decks like Insectors or Windups and stuff, just to control their field a little better. I don't think I drew Skill Drain other than once and it got MST before I can use it. 2 Rivalry for a Rabbit matchup, and it actually ended up pretty good. I stuck the guy with Tour Guide and Sandgan for a while. 2 Mirror Votes for Rabbit and for windups. I didn't play against any windups, but Rabbit, I didn't draw it. I only sided, if I'm going first against Rabbit, I play it. If I'm not going first against them in the next game, then I don't side it in. And I didn't draw it against, I played against 1 Gladiator Beast deck, which I managed to side in against, it wasn't bad. 2 Deck Devi, didn't draw it the whole day, so it was whatever. And 2 Bottomless, mostly for Rabbit. But side deck worked pretty well, other than like rounds 1 and 3 where I drew complete shit. But yeah, so that's it for the deck. But pretty much, I played against like 2 Insectors, 3 Rabbit. My last 3 rounds were all Rabbit, which I beat all of them. My only losses were round 1 to Insectors, round 3 to Heroes. It was some bullshit, but Other than that, the deck works really well. If I were to change anything, I'd probably get rid of the crows out of the side deck for something better, but otherwise it was good. So it's better for the whole deck. I don't think there's anything else to say, so that's about it for the video.